Hello everyone, this is A-Cat here, and welcome to the second episode of the MSMTuber tournament. So, quick recap of what happened last week. So last week, teams were challenged to make a monster that was a relative of either an unofficial, the script I'm reading from right here. Yeah, because I do, text-to-speech for this, and this is completely not what I said. Okay, let me try to make out what this said here. What I was trying to say. That was either a relative of either an official monster or another fan-made monster on their island. I think that's what I was trying to say. So, Asteroid Adams won last challenge, and Team got eliminated. Alright, so now on to this week's challenge. So, this week teams were challenged to make a monster that had something with it be AI generated. So, for example, teams could AI generate their monster sound or concept. If either their monster sound or concept are AI generated, teams will receive 1 bonus point per each judge's rating of their entry. If both are AI generated, teams will receive 2 bonus points. It's important to note that the winner of this challenge will gain a significant advantage in the next one. We also have Wholesome Demon Cast as guest judge for this round. So, Thanks, Wholesome Demon Cast. But alright, so let's take a look at these entries. Yeah. Alright, so first off, we have Team Fear's entry. So this is DJVAI code. I hope I said that right. So it has the elements of earth, water, and fear, and both its sound and concept are AI generated. So let's take a listen.
Welcome to Fear Island, where the nightmares roam. Every corner's dark and every tree's a tombstone. Whispers in the wind, shadows on the wall. It's hard to keep your head up and it's hard to stand tall. The trees are alive with eyes that watch you. The ground shakes with every step that you do. Every sound, every creak sends shivers down your spine. You feel like you're running out of time. It's a place of terror, and it's a place of fright, but you have the power to make it right. Don't let the island consume your soul. You can be stronger, you can take control. The island is alive with the creatures of the night. You can hear their howls, and you can see their eyes bright, but you can't be afraid. You have to stand your ground. You have to be brave. You have to astound.
Alright, so my thoughts. So I love this submission, and I love how the sound has lyrics. It's almost like a Wardo, and I really like that. My only problem with this monster is I don't really see how the water element is represented, but overall I love this monster. So great job, Team Fair. Alright, so next up we have the Sketch Squad's entry. So this is 80s, I believe. I believe that's how it's supposed to pronounce, or supposed to be pronounced. It has the elements of plant, fire, and metal, and its concept is AI generated. So let's take a listen to the sound. Alright, so you already know my thoughts. It's time for my thoughts. So, I like the sound and the design. My only problem is the design doesn't really represent, I don't really see how the design represents the plant element. But, overall, still great job, the Sketch Squad. Alright, so next up we have Team Money Mouth Emojis entry. So, this is Scott Rao. It has the elements of cold and cash, and its concept is AI generated. So let's take a listen to the sound. Alright, so I love this design. I think it fits the elements well. I just think the sound is sort of generic, But other than that, I love this entry. So, yeah. Great job, Team Money Mouth. Alright, so next up is Team Oongabungus' entry. So this is the Prehistoric Island Quad, and Count Quackula said it had no name, so we'll just call it that. I don't think anything with this monster was, AI generated, but anyways, let's take a listen of the sound. Alright, so I might sound a little harsh here. So, I liked the second track, but personally I think the first track was just a bit generic. I also feel like the design needed more, monster-like features, and it didn't really, feel like a quad to me. Overall, I agree with what Asteroid Adams said about this entry. Which was, the idea was fair, the execution wasn't. Alright, so last but not least, we have Asteroid Adams' entry. So this is Funky Lil Gexen. It has the elements of fairy and strange, and its concept was AI generated. So let's take a listen of its sound. Alright, so I honestly love this entry. I love the design, and I love the little slides with the sound. So I mean, great job, Adams. Great job. Alright, so we have seen 5 different entries, and each of them have been good in their own ways. However, there can only be one winner. And so, this challenge's winner is Asteroid Adams. So congratulations to Adams for his second win in a row. We'll explain the advantage he'll get in the next round. We'll explain the advantage he'll get in the next round. If you know what I mean. Now the team being eliminated. I mean, when I say it really is hard to say goodbye to anyone, I mean it when I mean it when I say it really is hard to say goodbye to anyone. But, we must. So, the team we must say goodbye to is Team Oongabungus. And this honestly came sort of as a shock because of how Oongabungus did, Oongabungus nearly won last round. So, it was kind of a shock to see them get eliminated here. But unfortunately, we must say goodbye to Count Quackula and Spacey. But, keep in mind that there is always that wild card. So, yeah, keep that in mind. But I think that's about it for this week's episode of the MSMTuber tournament. And yeah, I'm literally going to edit this an hour before it comes out. So yeah, that's cool. Alright, so next week, also, thanks to Wholesome Demon Cast once again for judging for this round. Yeah. And, yeah, so thanks, Wholesome Demon Cast. But I think that's it for this week's episode. So next week, teams will make a monster for another team's island. And we will also have wombats. Yeah, wombats as a guest judge. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be crazy. But until then, bye for now. Alright, bye.